Felicity from GetYourRockOut, and I'm here talking to John Corabi. How are you doing today?
I'm okay.
Are you okay?
I got up. Yeah, no. I'm like really okay. I got up a little early this morning, but it's all good. I've actually I actually got to play. You call it download. I call it Donington. It was awesome. This is a little boy from Philadelphia's dream, so it was killer. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And you are, of course, here with the Dead Daisies today, and I cannot believe like the kind of stuff that you guys are doing at the moment. It's just been incredible. It really has.
That's cool. Thank you.
And yeah, I mean, download for Donington, was it everything that you hoped it would be?
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I wasn't sure at playing at 11:30 in the morning what kind of crowd we would have, but I was like literally blown away at the turnout we had, and the weather held up, so it was very cool. It was awesome. Like I said, a dream.
I'm so glad. I mean, when it comes to these things, it's like they say, you know, never meet your idols, as they can also always be awful, and it's like never play somewhere that has been such a dream. But if this
and it's weird because when I was in Motley, I was saying earlier, this was supposed to be the first show I did with the band, and for some reason we either pulled out or management pulled us out, but it was going to be Aerosmith, Motley, and Pantera. It was 1994 or something like that, and I was so stoked. I'm like, I'm playing Donington, and it was like, no, I'm not. So it was a little weird. Yeah, not cool.
No, not at all. Heartbreaking, I would imagine.
Heartbreaking, yeah, it would be. That's a good word.
And I have to ask about the gig that you've just done in Cuba.
Yes.
I mean, tell me everything about it. That must have been absolutely insane.
To be honest with you, they had been working on doing it. Management had been working on it for the better part of a year, and I just joined the band in February, right before Cuba. So for me, like I'm a little bit of a history buff, you know, whatever. So knowing the history between Cuba and America, I was kind of like I just want to see what's going on over there. But they were so excited about us coming there because they've been pretty much cut off from the world for other forms of music like rock and roll and different things like that. And it was unbelievable. We did 2 shows. We did one in a club that was maybe 2,000, 2,500 people. It was completely sold out, and there was probably as many people outside as inside that wanted to come in and couldn't. And then we did a show a few days later, and I think the place we played, it was it was called La Tropicana, which used to be an old salsa amphitheater, and it held about 7,000, I think, and it was completely sold out. And there was probably, again, I mean, they were literally coming from all over the country to see us, and it was such a great reception. And the government was cool to us, and the people at the hotel, and the drivers that we had, everybody was amazing. And hopefully we can go. We're actually thinking about trying to go back again and do a few more shows.
Oh, that would be amazing.
We want to. It was so amazing. It was awesome.
And you didn't have any trouble at all?
Not at all.
Not even a little? That's amazing.
Not at all. It was unbelievable. And from a historical point of view, later in the, after we got done, the vice president of Cuba came down to say thank you, and thank you for coming, and Che Guevara's son was there, and it was pretty intense. It was pretty cool. So we had a very good time.
Yeah, wow, I'm really glad, and I'm glad that you had joined the band like in time for that to happen. Just got so much out of it.
Yeah, it was very cool. It was definitely an unbelievable, eye-opening experience, and it actually had a lot to do. It kind of carried over into the recording of our record. So yeah, it was very cool. We actually recorded a couple tracks there with some Cuban musicians, and then the title, we saw it on a wall, Revolucion, and then we thought about the innocence of their desire for music, and we're like, man, let's take this back to, remember when we used to be innocent and not jaded and
not cynical,
and we didn't think about business part of it. We were just hungry kids that wanted to play music. So we're just trying to start some sort of a thing like, let's embrace technology, but let's not forget all the pure things that we thought about music when we were kids in a garage, you know what I mean? So
that's incredible, because everybody, involved with the Dead Daisies, I mean, you've all got such unbelievable career histories. Everyone's done so much, and it's to be honest, it's quite shocking but incredible to hear you talking like this about kind of really, really taking it back and not just producing something for the sake of it.
No, honestly, for me, I can't speak for all the guys, but I don't really give a shit about money or whatever. For me, if it's not enjoyable and the music to me doesn't kick my ass, if it doesn't kick my ass, I'm not going to go on stage and sell it, and it's not going to kick their ass, because they're going to see, oh, that singer's miserable. You know what I mean? I ain't doing it for any other reason, but I truly think that this is a great record, and I truly believe that this is a great band, and I truly believe that we've got a lot more great music to come. So.
Well, that's great, and I know that towards the beginning of this year, you announced that you're a permanent feature, and that is. Well,
and it's weird. A lot of people look at the list of people that have been involved in this, but you have to understand, David Lowy is the guy that kind of started this whole thing, our guitar player, and when he first talked to me, he goes, "Look, I know you're doing your solo thing in America. I've been doing my Motley 94 material, traveling, which I may come over here next year. But, Marco's that he's done. Richard and Dizzy are both in Guns N' Roses. Tommy's in Black Sabbath. Brian Tish, So what they do is they're like, this is no stress. It's no stress. If you can come over and do the tour, awesome. If you can't, then do you know somebody that could fill in for you? And then when you're done, come back.
That's amazing.
So it's pretty easy. So that's really why the list looks so long. It's just people that filled in when Marco couldn't play or Brian couldn't play. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, and it's awesome.
It really is, and but you're there for the foreseeable future, right? You're involved for the foreseeable future.
Well, I better be.
Fantastic.
I just bought a boat. I'm kidding.
You know what? I'd love to buy a boat. That would be amazing. I've always wanted a boat.
I did, but mine comes with oars.
See, that's not really what I had in mind exactly.
I know. You were thinking like a little Italian boy bringing you cheese and grapes and wine.
Not quite that far. No, something in the middle. Something where I would get my own cheese and grapes and wine.
Like a really short Italian boy bringing you cheese and wine. Yes, I got it.
Italian dwarf, yeah.
An Italian dwarf, thank you.
There we go.
No offense to dwarves or Italians. That's the disclaimer.
Yeah, you're right. We needed to put that in there. Totally right.
There might be a beep right here.
So the next few months, you've got the Kiss tour coming up. It's going to be amazing.
Well, we've been on tour with Kiss. Yeah. We're leaving. We're doing Paris with them. We do Amsterdam with them. It's just the two bands. And then another festival, and then we do Madrid and Barcelona with them. Take some time off, and then we're going to Australia, just the two of us. And then we're coming back, though, in November with Whitesnake. So
coming back where?
To Europe. Yeah. I think so.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, so we're doing, I don't know exactly where we're playing, but if you go to deaddaisies.com, or thedeaddaisies.com, all the dates are there. And I think we start in Russia and we start working our way this way. And we're doing some festival in Wales in December.
How very exciting indeed. I will be there. I hope
it's not outside though, because I think it might be.
It's not outside. It's inside. It's very nice. It's very nice. I will be there.
I don't have coats that heavy.
And if you're playing Moscow at all, and you're into your history, there are...
I've been to Moscow a couple times.
Well, there are two unbelievable museums that you totally need to get to if you can. There's the Jewish History and Tolerance Museum, which is new, and that is absolutely spectacular. And then they have the Great Patriotic War Museum as well, which is just amazing. So both of those.
I would love to see all that stuff. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of time. But the last time I was there, I did get to go to the Red Square and take some photos in the middle of a blizzard. So it was cool. I'm in Russia, blizzard, Red Square. This actually is kind of perfect. This is exactly what I thought the postcard should look like.
Fantastic. Well, I really hope you enjoy that, and it'll be great to see you back here. I mean, that will be wonderful.
I love England. And my
England loves you.
Well, and my wife actually has family right outside of London, so I got to see them a couple days ago. It was cool. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat. It has been a real pleasure, and I will see you in a few months in Wales.
I'm just glad that somebody wants to still chat with this old guy.